All right, how's it going, my camping friends? I'm going to show you how to put on your weight distribution hitch on your truck. Now, the reason you want to use this is you've seen trucks going down the highway and your truck looks like this. I'll put a picture in one of these corners of what it looks like. You'll see trucks going down the highway looking like this instead of nice and level. If your truck is looking like this, it takes all the weight off the front tires of your truck. So you're not going to be able to brake as good and you're not going to be able to turn as good. So if you level out your truck, it'll put more of that weight back to the front of your tires and you'll be able to brake and turn better. It'll be a lot safer ride. So, before I get all the way through this, I like to also put a little grease on my ball, and I put a little grease in my plug. This dielectric grease goes in my plug though. You can pretty much put any grease on your ball if you want. So you back up to your camper, and before I go all the way down, I'm going to stand next to my truck and kind of judge where my bumper is, because I'm going to hook this up and then I'm going to go back up, and I want to bring that up a couple inches higher than what my normal height is. So you can just stand here. Now, I normally don't even ever stand here, but when you do this the first couple of times, you're going to want to stand here, or even maybe put a little tape on your leg if you want, so you go a couple inches higher. Here we go. Make sure you lock your ball on. If that doesn't go in, you might have to pull ahead a little bit or maybe back up a little bit. And take your pin, put your pin on there. Whatever kind of pin you got, doesn't have to look like what I have. Now I'm going to go back up. Like I said, I'm just going to go up a couple inches higher than what my normal height is. Alright, there, that gives me a couple inches higher. And put your weight distribution bars in. This is how mine go in. Yours may go in different. Now when I'm done doing this, I'm going to want to try to keep my truck and camper level like you've seen in that picture. So you might have to do this a couple of times to see, like, if yours are chains like mine, what chain you might want to put it on. I just know to put mine on the fourth link. But by going a couple inches higher, it makes this way easier. If I wouldn't have went up that couple inches, that would be a lot harder to push up. Let me hook my other one up. I think I can do this. They're up. I like to bring my jack up above just right above my weight distribution bars here. You don't have to take it all the way up, just so it's above that so you don't hit it on nothing driving down the road. Unless you want to buy yourself a new jack. Hook up your chains. When you hook up your chains, you also want to make sure these are crossed, just in case. Hopefully this never comes apart, but if this would come off that way, supposedly this is going to land on the chains. I really don't want to test that, but Alright, I got my lights plugged in, my chains are on, I got my pin on here, And I got my pin in down here. Can you see that in there? Okay. Make sure that pin is in and it's locked in there. What I would suggest is you make sure maybe your wife or girlfriend or somebody else watches this video and just goes through and checks all this stuff. You don't want to be driving down the road and you forgot to put this in and that pin falls out. You're going to have a lot of problems. So you got this all on, you made sure all your pins in, you make sure somebody checks you and walks behind you and checks all that. Oh, almost. Your camper, I'm sure, has brakes. I almost forgot to tell you, don't forget to hook this up. This is for my brakes. So I'm driving down the road, my camper comes unhooked. This is gonna pull this little cable pull. There's a little thing right down here and it's gonna make my brakes lock up on my camper so my camper don't keep flying down the road 60 miles an hour without a hook to your truck. But I hope that doesn't never happen either. Okay, we got everything hooked up. We got our little emergency brake cable hooked up. And before you start rolling down the road, you may want to check your turn signals, your four-ways, check your brake lights. Also make sure you put your mirrors on or you pull your mirrors out so you can see out around your camper. And all the doors on your camper, make sure you have your doors shut and locked. You don't want to be rolling down the road and one of your doors flies open. And make sure your stabilizer jack, you have them all the way up so you don't hit them on anything. And you should also check your air pressure in your tires. You don't want to get a flat tire in this camper and have to pull it over along the highway and be changing a tire while people are flying by you 70 miles an hour. Just let me show you one thing. I would not don't look on your tire and try to find out what your tire pressure is. It should be in your manual or mine is on the side of my camper right here. It says 50 pounds for my spare tire, so you should also check that. 50 pounds for my rear and 50 pounds for your front. But either look on your camper or look in your manual. All right, that's about it. Got our weight distribution bars hooked up. We checked our turn signals, our brake lights, and we checked the air pressure in our tires. We should be safe to roll down the road. Thanks for watching my video. Give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. God bless and have a great day.